Do you ever wish to be born in the 19th century gold rush period or at the start of the tech revolution so you could jump in on all the startups now worth billions? How about the oil baron era, like my favorite movie, There Will Be Blood? You prospect for oil and make your fortune. In this video, we will look at a metal that holds that same power. It is undervalued, often ignored, and if we play our cards right, we could be getting in at the ground level, just like the prospectors for gold, oil, and startups. Stay till the end of this video, and the metals you hold, gold and silver, will have a new partner. We all stack ounces, like the coins I'm holding. We stack bars. We protect ourselves from a future economic crisis. You clicked on this video because you know the United States economy is based on a fiat currency that has serious threats coming its way. Yes, stacking silver and gold is a smart move to protect you and your family. This video will show you another metal, a metal that offers the same power of investment. We all hear about the need to diversify our portfolio. You've heard me say this. Conservative views on precious metals suggest only 10% of your income be invested. The metal we're looking at today can be outside that percentage and offer a stronger ROI. I want to thank Uranium Royalty Corp for partnering with me on this video. As a metal, uranium is the unsung hero. It is the metal we need to get out of our energy crisis. And yes, Russia is the powerhouse involved in this crisis. You know about the oil cap. It is backfiring. While Putin sells oil to China and India, we see the Middle East is being courted to join the other side. Those BRICS nations posed to take the dollar off its pedestal. There is more pressure. California is not alone in its plan to cut carbon emissions by 2035. Every politician is talking about this. The difficult part is to disrupt the entire system we have in place. We can't tax our way out of our dependence on fossil fuels. It is clear that something as powerful and strong needs to be put in place. Wind and solar are not as efficient. This past year has shown us Russia holds way too much power over the world's dependence on oil. While we dream of hitting zero carbon, we have been forced to use our own petroleum reserves. This makes everyone anxious, strains our wallets, and the idea of a strong alternative is exciting. The possibility of creating zero emissions, clean, safe energy from the most efficient element in nature has made an incredible comeback. On the heels of that comeback is a strange fact. The demand is massive for an alternative clean fuel to generate electricity. Yet here in the United States, right here in the United States, 20%, people don't realize this, 20% of households get their electricity from nuclear energy, and nearly 100% of it is imported from Kazakhstan and Russia, two of the most dangerous countries to rely on for steady supply. This is very interesting. The uranium industry saw massive underinvestment in new reactors and mines here in the United States, while Russia and China have cornered the market. Sound familiar? You've seen my recent videos where we talk about Russia and China stockpiling gold. Uranium is the other metal they are mining. This is setting the stage for a trifecta against the United States. Both Russia and China are working closely to ignore the oil cap. They're stocking up on gold and mining uranium. They both have the technology and knowledge of how to mine, extract, treat, and store the metal. And with its price already more than doubling, we now find ourselves in a situation in which deficits will be huge and North America will find itself in a race to bring production home. This is why I compare this metal to the oil baron years. You've seen my favorite movie, There Will Be Blood. I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. You will not be disappointed. It brings out the urge to walk off into the wilderness and pan for gold, dig for oil, get in your time machine and land back in the years of the oil boom. This is the feeling of uranium today. Here in the United States, it is a blue ocean, and both Republicans and Democrats are in full agreement that this is a national priority. This puts UROY in a unique position. They are at the front row to be the go-to funding partner for new mines and new royalties. Yes, the name of this company is UROY, Uranium Royalty Corp. They're very unique. They're the only uranium royalty company in the world. This past year has shown the world, not just the United States, the world is seeing this, that Russia should not be trusted, and we all need to work to be as self-reliant as possible. There have been voices in Washington over the past year that expressed the need to cut off imports of Russian uranium, but this falls short of what we truly need. Scratch that. We require uranium mining here in the United States at the same production level that we are importing from Russia. This is not out of the realm of possibilities. Every person standing up for zero carbon emissions should take uranium as a viable and, thanks to UROY, a profitable energy changes have been in the works. In 2020, an agreement was signed to reduce our dependence on Russian uranium to 15% by 2028. Investing and supporting companies like UROY, that can put us in the position to cut off Russian dependence entirely. At the top of this video, I mentioned the prospectors of the 19th century. This opportunity with UROY is just as powerful. Check out the math. The current price is just over $2, while H.C. Wainwright and Company project the price target to be $5.75. Uranium Royalty Corp is the only uranium royalty company, the only one, period. This metal, uranium, it's necessary for nuclear power. 1 uranium pellet is equal to 1 ton of coal. 1 ton. It holds an incredible power. Along with that power, it makes sense that the United States is the largest consumer of uranium. 20% of Americans, 20% rely on nuclear power to keep their lights on. Here's the math that keeps you up at night. 99% of uranium is imported and 50% of that comes from Russia. Ouch. That divide we spoke of, the separation of nations into those that follow this recent oil cap and those that benefit. We talked about that. Putin can easily turn the tables and cut off our uranium. That's the sanction game, an eye for an eye. Look at what's changed in the past month. India and China ignore the oil cap and buy cheap oil from Russia. Those are huge markets, and Putin knows he can do the same with uranium. The part that excites me about uranium, it's twofold. First, again, this is bipartisan support. Both Democrats and Republicans are in agreement that it offers a clean transition from oil and gas. Second, our goal of switching to electric cars by 2035 can be expedited with uranium. 100% carbon pollution free, that's the plan, right? This offers the first step to reach that goal. We can start mining our own uranium here in the United States at a much greater level than we import. That provides employment, skilled employment. You heard me talk about our service industry-based economy. These would be high-skilled jobs, and those are the type of jobs we desperately need. So how does it work? You cannot go to a coin show and buy uranium. This is how Uranium Royalty Corp works. They provide the capital for mining companies that take a royalty from the appreciated asset or the final product. This is recession-proof because the mining companies are taking loans from Uranium Royalty Corp instead of a bank. In this case, the mining company is not beholden to the interest rates of banks. Rather, they pay royalties as the uranium is mined. When I first heard of uranium royalties, I thought of music royalties, right? Musicians get their song on the radio, and every time it's played, they get a royalty. Maybe Pound of Gold should write a song about uranium. Get paid on both ends. It would need to be a country song. You get on that. Let me know what you come up with. I like their royalty business because Uranium Royalty Corp is the only company in the world that does this. They have a strong balance sheet with zero debt. If you want to invest in a company that already has uranium and gives you leverage over the market, check out Uranium Royalty Corp. I'll put a link at the bottom of this video. The time we're living in shows the importance and need for our country to stop relying on others. We can invest in uranium here at home, cut off dependence on Russia, and provide meaningful work. Look, we vote for elections. We vote for midterms. We vote for presidential, right? This is where we vote with our wallet. Russia and China are doing what they see necessary to grow their economy. You've heard me say this in previous videos. China is working to establish the yuan as a future reserve currency. We can take steps to foster independence and reliance. Check out the link below and click here to see how we continue to break the gold code. It's been several months since we checked in with our friends that broke the code, and you'll not believe what is going on with them. Click here to see how they're getting gold at $500, even $400 an ounce. Click here, and I'll see you in the next video.